Hare Krishna. So welcome all dear kids. We'll start with Guru Pranam as usual. So I request all the kids to hold your hands and close your eyes and recite the Guru Pranam along with me. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Tasya Jnanam Janasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishnaya Namaste Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. What's happening?
Things echoing. Okay. I think Janita has joined with two instruments. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let us get into the session today. Today we have BG Sloka 9.2, the same sloka which we saw last week, and will be followed by a story and the rhymes if we have time. So anybody wants to recite the sloka? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dhruv, would you like to try? I will recite once, then you can recite. I am not able to hear you.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, okay. So Dhruv wants to
Raja
recite.
Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Ida Uttamam Prata
Pratyakshyaavagamam dharmyam
Pratiksha Gavamam Dharmyam Susukhama Kartum Avayam.
Haribo. Yes.
Avyayam.
Want to read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Translation. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So anybody else wants to recite? Riyansh, I saw you raise your hand. If you are there, you can recite. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavakamam Dharmam Susukam Kartum Avyayam.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna.
Translation. You want to read the translation? You can recite.
Yes, Mataji. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direction, perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it's joyfully performed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So did you all practice the verses? No. Janita was not there in the previous class. So you didn't practice. So we'll recite once again and go into the story. So this is the, yes. Anybody wants to say something? Prayavyas. You want to recite?
I recite your help?
Yes, we'll recite. Hare Krishna. Yes. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam.
Rajavidya Rajamukyam.
Pavitram Idamuttamam.
Pavitram Idamuttama.
Pratyakshyavagamam.
Pratikshyaagaman.
Dharmyam
Samyam
Susukam.
Susukam.
Kartum Avyayam.
Totaminyam.
Kartum Avyayam. Rajavidya
Kyam.
Rajaguhyam. See, Rajavidya. Vidya means education. Rajavidya means king of all education, king of all knowledge. Rajaguhyam. Guhyam means secret. So it is the Sri Krishna. It is the king of all secrets. Pavitram. Pavitram means very pure. Idam Uttamam. This is the purest of all knowledge. Pratyaksha Vagamam. Pratyaksha means we can directly understand what it is. Dharmyam. So the principle of religion. It can be said to be the perfection of religion. This is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. What knowledge is told here? Which knowledge is said to be the king of all knowledge? About which they are speaking? Krishna is telling this knowledge to Arjuna. What is the crisp of Bhagavad Gita? What is the knowledge first told is? Who am I? Who are we? We are born in this material world. Who are we? So about this knowledge only it is spoken in Bhagavad Gita. Who are the living entities? What are they for? Why they have come here? What is their duty? All these things are told in Bhagavad Gita. So this is the highest of all knowledge. Mainly we are not the body, we are the soul. That is the main knowledge. We say I am Indian, I am American, I am a red Indian. So many things we say, no, Hindu, Muslim. So we are not all those things relating to the body. We are the soul. Everybody, in every human being, every living entity, there is God. Paramatma, he is in everybody inside as Paramatma. So this knowledge Krishna is giving to Arjuna. So this knowledge is said to be the highest of Hare Krishna. This knowledge is said to be the highest of all knowledge. So I want you kids to recite this, okay? I have shared this in the group also. Once again, I will share this week. Before next week, you have to practice and recite. Okay? Anybody wants to recite it? Okay, we'll go to the story next. Okay? This is 9.2 sloka. So we'll go to the story. Hare Krishna. So you have to carefully listen to the story.
Which story is it?
Yes, I'll show you. We'll go to the story and followed by the story, there will be a quiz. So you have to listen to the story carefully so that you can attend the quiz properly. Shall we go into the story?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
You should tell me whether you are able to see the screen. Yes, are you able to see the screen? What is the title of the story?
The Lion and the Slave. The Lion and the Slave.
Very good. So the lion and the slave. This is the title of the story. Anybody know about the story?
No, Mataji.
No. Okay. Then we are going to see a new story. So once there was a slave. Severe labor. His life was worse than an animal. You know what is meant by slave? Slave means he works for somebody. There is a master for him. He tells all the jobs. Go cut the wood. Go bring this. Go bring that. Do this. Do that. You do all tough things his master gives. So he is a slave. So he does some work and he gets some money and he eats. So he remains a slave. So this person is a slave. Once there was a slave. Severe labor. So he has to do lot of hard work. His life was worse than an animal. So he is feeling very sad. His life was worse than an animal. So what he thinks, one day he escaped to be independent. With the fear of being caught, he ran into a deep jungle. See, he's running into a jungle at the night time. So he didn't want to be in the city. He ran into the jungle to escape from the hard work. Are you able to understand? Hey Krishna, are you following?
Yes, Mataji.
So he wanted to escape from his master.
Yes, Mataji.
He ran into the jungle to escape from being a slave. While roaming, he saw a lion approaching. See, it is very dark and a lion is coming. He saw a lion approaching. Oh my God, I should run away. So he becomes frightened. But the lion is coming very slowly. He's seeing the lion, oh, I must run away. This was his first thought. But then the lion seems to be in agony. Agony means the lion is... Krishna. Kids, you can mute yourself. Yes. So the lion seems to be in agony. Something is wrong with the lion, perhaps. So I think there is something wrong with the leg. There is a thorn pricked with the lion's leg. I know how to remove a thorn. So the lion seems to be very sad and it is very slowly moving. So this man notices that there is a thorn. You know what is a thorn? A sharp thing that has gone into the lion's leg. So he feels that I should remove the thorn. He felt very sorry for the lion. So he thought of removing the thorn. But then again he thinks, what if the lion tears me apart to eat me? So lion is always eating human and all other animals. No, so he is afraid. One day he is thinking, what if he tears me apart and eats me? Then he thinks to die is better than to be a slave. So he decides, okay, even if he eats me, it is okay. Anyway, I am a slave. So it is better to die than to remain a slave. If I remove the thorn, at least the lion will be relieved of pain. So he feels even if the lion kills me, it is okay. At least the lion will be free from the pain. The lion is having lot of pain because of the thorn. So what are the thoughts of this slave? These things will be asked in the quiz. So you have to remember. So the slave thinks, what if the lion tears me apart and eat me? And he thinks it is better to die than to be a slave. And if I remove them, at least the lion will be relieved of pain. So these are the thoughts which the slave thinks. Are you following, kids? Are you following? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So thinking.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. Thinking in this way, the slave came close to the lion and seeing the lion sat down and raised his hurt leg. So the lion is raising the leg and showing to the man. So the slave removed the thorn very carefully and threw it far away so that no one gets pricked. So the slave is a very good person. So what he does, he removes the thorn carefully and he throws it far away so that no one is stepping on them again and getting pricked. So he's very careful about it. Now what does the lion do? What will the lion do? What do you think the lion will do? Any guess?
No, Mataji. No, Mataji.
It is a good lion. So it is very grateful. See, the lion was relieved of pain. Therefore, he stood up. He looked at the slave and expressed his gratefulness. So the slave patted on the lion's back. So the lion is very relieved and it is also very grateful. And the slave is also patting the lion on the back. So now they have become friends. So the lion walks away. And the lion walked away very peacefully. So the lion is moving away because the man helped him. The lion doesn't do any harm to the slave and it walked away peacefully. For some days, the slave kept roaming in the jungle. So the lion went away and this fellow is roaming in the jungle. Then what happened? He came from the master, no? The other people, they are coming in search of him. Then some servants came to the jungle to arrest the slave and they found him. So the other persons with whom the slave worked, these persons, they are coming and searching him and they found the slave. So they took him back to the master. They arrested him and presented him before the master. Now the master summoned punishment. The master is very angry because the slave ran away without saying anything. So the master, he says very angrily, throw him in the cage of hungry lion. So he is giving him a punishment. What punishment he is giving? What is the punishment?
Throwing into the cage of the hungry lion. Throwing to the cage of hungry lion.
Yes,
Hungry
throwing him in
lion.
the cage of the hungry lion. So that was the punishment. The master is throwing him in the cage of hungry lion. So the servant pushed him in the cage of hungry lion and they locked the door. See, he is kept inside and the door is locked. Now the lion is seeing him. Now the slave is very afraid. Lowering his head, the slave sat in the cage. See, he is bowing down. Now the slave is very sure that the lion is going to eat him. Now the hungry lion will pounce upon me to eat me. So he thought, okay, yes, I am done. It is finished. My life is going to be over. This lion will pounce upon me because the lion is hungry. The master told, no, throw him into the cage of hungry lion. So he decides that the lion will pounce upon me. The hungry lion stood there and walked towards the slave. But what did the hungry lion do? It didn't pounce upon it. He began to lick the slave. So why is this happening?
Because he helped the lion prick the nail.
Yes.
The nail.
It is the same lion which he helped when he was in jungle. It was the same lion. So the lion remembers him and so it just came and it licked the slave. The slave raised his head and saw the lion and he felt very happy. Oh, this is the same lion whose thorn I had removed. So the slave is now free. So he is not in danger. He feels very relieved. So what is the moral of the story? The slave patted on the lion's back and embraced him. So they became friends. What is the moral of the story? Whatever you understood, you can say.
Help whenever a friend is in danger. And the next time you will see him, he will help you too.
Very good. Very good. Hari, help. Yes. Yes, Priya,
We always should help others.
very good. Hari bol. We should always help others. We'll also
We
say,
always help others and others will help us too.
yes, very true. So if we help others, others will also help us. It comes round. See, moral is in helping others, we shall help ourselves. For whatever good we give out completes the circle and comes back to us. So if we do good to others, it will go on circle and it will come back to us. So
If we do bad to others, bad will come. If we do good to others, and good will come back.
very true, very true. So if we do bad things, it will also come back to us. It will hurt us. So what do you all understand from the story? What should you do?
Should always
We should always help others if they are
should
in
always
danger.
help each
And
other and
the next time we will see them,
Yes, we should be kind to all. We should help others.
we
should help others. Then they will help us.
help others.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I think, are you ready for the quiz? Shall we go to the quiz based on this story?
Yes, Mother.
Are you all ready?
Yes, Mataji.
Guru Sai has joined.
Yes, Mataji. Can you share the quiz link?
Yes, this link I'll send it now. Hare Krishna. If it gets cut, you can join again. We'll start again, okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Yes, you can
Yes,
click and
Mataji.
join.
I got the link.
Yes, you can click and join. If it get cuts in between, you can join again, okay? Only 5 minutes more, I think. Okay. Quickly join. I'll start the quiz. Retroy. Who's Retroy? Yashika has joined. So you can do it quickly.
Ma'am,
Yes, Riyan.
it's me, Dhruv. Ma'am, it's me, Dhruv. It accidentally changed into Retroy.
Okay, we will change it afterwards. Okay. Yashika, Nandita, Freya, Vyas. Yes. Everybody has joined. We have eight kids. Only 7 has joined. Somebody has not joined. Okay, I'll start the quiz. Here we go. Riyansh, Yashika, Nandita. Let's start. Here we go. Hare Krishna. Here we go. Guru Sai has not joined. If the session ends, you can join again, the same link. Priya Vyas is followed by Dhruv, Riyansh, Mani. Yashika is not attending the quiz. You should pick all the right answers. There are more than one right answer for this question. Pick all the right answers. Chart shows Riyansh leading, followed by Freya Vyas, Dhruv, Guru Sai, Janika. Hare Krishna. So you all enjoyed the quiz?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So what is next? I think within 5 minutes the session will come to an end. If you want to recite or share anything, you can do. Yes.
The 30 minutes has happened.
Yes, some 10 minutes grace time is there, 35, 5 more minutes it will be there. So if you want, Yashika, you didn't listen to the story? Yashika today?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you came late. Okay. Okay, I will share it in the group and the Zoom link also I'll share. The quiz link also I'll share. You can do it again. Okay? Okay. Anybody wants to Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to recite any sloka? You're all having your exams now. Are you all preparing for your exams well?
Mataji, can I
Mataji,
Yes, ma'am.
Mataji, Janika want to recite a sloka.
Janita
Mataji,
wants to.
I want to.
Yes, we will give Janita.
Both of you can. Both of you can.
Mataji,
Yes, 1 minute. Let Janita.
Mataji, I have my exam
You
tomorrow.
have your exams. Okay. Okay. So almost everybody has.
Mataji, can
Janita,
I
you can start.
Mataji,
Janita,
tomorrow
start.
is my last exam.
Start. The meeting will end.
Chetan Jodi.
I said
Vrishabhanu Siti.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Anaga, you tell me. Tell me. You tell me quickly.
Hey Krishna, Karama Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagapate, Kopeshwara Kopika Kanta Lada Kanta Namaste. तप्त खाचर गौरंगी लारे वृंदावनेश्वरी जगबादु तुझे देवी ब्लंदमामे आते थी
Hari Bol. You can say it slowly. You're running. Hare Krishna.
मैं भी मंगलाचरण करूँ क्या?
Yes. Yashika told you wants to
Can I
recite.
tell?
Yes, Yashika.
Mataji, can I? ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानानञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्य मनो अविष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदामहं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकमं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरु श्रीविश्ववामश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं संजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विजबानुसुते देवी परमामि हरि प्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मनि बलबुद्धि सुभद्रा भायं जगन्नाथां ते नमः वंशाकल्पद्युभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुमय एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिने ते नामिने नमस्ते शाश्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hari Bol. Say a big Hari Bol to Yashika. She has
Hari
recited
Bol.
so
Hari
nicely.
Bol, Yashika.
Hari Bol. Yes, Aditya Singh.
Hari
You want to
Bol,
recite? Yes,
Yashika.
Aditya Singh. You can recite.
Mataji, can I? Mataji, can I?
1 minute. Let Aditya recite. We'll give a chance to everybody.
Thank Krishna Vasudevaya Deki Nandanacha Nanda Gopalamadaya Govindaya Namaha. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes, yes, Dhruv, with your recitation, we can finish it.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
श्रीकरं समस्त सद्गुणाकरं परात्परं सारसासनेश्वरेन्द्र वन्द्य पादपुष्करं पादसेवकोककामितातदान तत्परं व्यासरूपिणं हरीन्द्र भजेद्वर्ण सुन्दरं मन्दहास शोभिताश पंकजं मुनीश्वरं शोभनाभय प्रबोधधारणोल्लसत्करं रत्नहार कुण्डलादिभूषण प्रभास्वरं व्यासरूपिणं हरिं भजेद्वर्ण सुन्दरं पीतवास चन्द्रमानिवास चारुवक्षसं अम्बुजातपत्रनेत्र मञ्जुलासुवाससं वेदवेदनेकचित्र सच्चरित्रमीश्वरं व्यासरूपिणं हरिं भजेतवर्णसुन्दरम्.
Hare Bol. What is this recitation, Dhruv? Can you explain to us?
Shri Vedavyasashta.
Vedavyasashtakam. Okay, you can share it with me, what you recited. Okay. Hare Krishna.
I have another class that in that
They taught
that
you.
teacher taught me this.
Very good, very good. It's so nice to
I
hear
also know
you.
one another sloka. I also know another thing. Mangal Navkam. Can I tell it now?
Yes, yes, quickly.
Mangal Navkam Shuklambardaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavanam Jayet Sarvavighnopachande Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Vyasam Vasishtanaptaram Shakte Pautramakalmasham Paracharatmadam Vande Shukadadam Taponidim Kalyanadbudagatraya Amitatra Pradayane Srimad Venkatanathaya Srinivasaaya Te Namaha शरणागणदीनाथ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्थे हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः अभीप्सितार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं पूजितो येषुरासुरे सर्वविघ्नहरस्तस्मै गणाधिपतये नमः अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकीशोकनाशकम् अपीशमक्षान्धारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करं प्रकृतिराजनमस्तुभ्यं कृपादृष्ट्याविलोकय देनस्तदासिभ्यः दया श्रद्धाति सद्गुणाम्.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Say a big Hare Bol to Dhruv. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. I think we have come to the end of the session.
Thank you, Mataji.
So let us say Hare Krishna 3 times and end the session. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Let
Krishna,
us all meet in the next session. All the best for your exams. Prepare well. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.